Hello, welcome to my channel. It's called Lunasa. In this channel, we do a deep dive into the writings of Florence Scovel Shinn. She was a metaphysical master who lived 100 years ago, and she's legend. So let's look at some of her ideas. This morning, I was reading a bit from her book, The Power of the Spoken Word, when there's a section that caught my eye. It said, "We were born and brought up in an age of doubt and fear. We were told that the age of miracles was over and to expect the worst. What a beautiful world it would be if all the anxiety and fear were blotted out." Two ideas from it. One, it reminds me of my idea about Florence's idea about Genesis 1 to 5. Because there are two creation stories in Genesis 1 to 5. There's Genesis 1, which we all know. It's where Elohim, God, creates the heavens and the earth. Let there be light, and there was light. Let there be land, and there was light. Let there be water, and there was water. Let there be birds and trees and fruit and all these things. And then it's like, we need some humans. Let's create them in our own image, and let's give them dominion over everything. And be fruitful, multiply, go live your best life. Genesis 1:1 has, in Hebrew, I'm going to attempt some Hebrew for you. It says, Bereshit bara Elohim v'hashamayim v'haaretz. So Bereshit means in beginnings. Bara means to create something out of nothing. It's one of the rare times that it's used. Not formed, like it's already there and it's just like reformed. No, something out of nothing. And then Elohim, God, and Hashemayim, sky, Haaretz, it's the earth. And then there's Genesis 2 and 3, and there's drama. There's that story is where we bring into our story doubt and fear. Did Yahweh really, did Elohim really say that? What did Elohim say? Bringing in doubt. And then there's fear. Oh my gosh, we're scared. We hear Elohim walking. No, we hear Yahweh walking in the early morning and we're scared. Let's get the leaves, the fig leaves, go cover ourselves and hide because we're scared. So that story, if you think of these two stories as foundational stories for humanity, then Genesis 2 and 3 explain how fear and doubt entered our lives and they haven't left. So I find it so fitting that Florence says we were born and brought up in an age of doubt and fear. Because so many people latch on to Genesis 2 and 3 and they think that our story continues from it. And they think the world where God was nice to us and everything was beautiful and it was deemed holy and sacred and just beautiful creation of Genesis 1, that's gone, that the age of miracles is over and we're to expect the worst. So Florence would like to flip it and have us realize that Genesis 1 is never over. That Genesis 1 is the real deal. And she says, what a beautiful world it would be if we could blot out all anxiety and fear. If we could go back to Genesis 1, where we know that we were made in the image and likeness of God, where we know that we were given dominion and authority over everything, and where we know that it was deemed holy and sacred and beautiful, and it was just a beautiful act of creation where God saw everything and declared it good. Like, that's what we need to get back to. That's not over. That's not done. To Florence and to me, that's what we need to see our lives as the continuation of. And this actually makes me think of something that I've been thinking about after reading Florence for so long, which is that Christianity is all about faith. But what if it's not faith in the Nicene Creed? What if it's not faith in the 100,000 documents in the Vatican Library? What if it's not faith in a story or something? What if it's just faith in general? Like, are you scared? That's a sin. If you act without faith, then that is a sin. But what if faith was just faith? Like, you wake up and you have faith. You wake up and you have courage. Same thing. You wake up and you have faith that there is an awesome God who provides and protects and makes all of your dreams come true. And you know it with all of your heart. And so you're at ease and you are at peace and you have faith. You open your eyes and you have faith. You are good. You have faith. And when you lose your faith, when you have that doubt and anxiety, that's when you're sinning. It's not about hemlines or red lipstick or whatever else they can think of as sinful. It's just you lost your faith. You now move from a place of doubt and fear and worry and panic and all these things. And at a simple level, like, what if the Bible was truly all about faith and courage and poise, and just can you have it at the most fundamental level with whatever you're working on, whatever you're facing? So anyway, there's probably more to be said, but I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, let me know. I focus on Florence Scovel Shinn. I think her ideas are so valuable and it's quite fun to teach it. It's also more fun to study it for myself and live it out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, let me know. As always, I thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.